Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to today's explainer. Today, we're actually looking at a piece of everyday business life that is literally sitting right under our noses, just completely untapped. We're talking about turning your routine everyday emails into a powerful lead generation engine as we navigate the business world of 2026. And look, this isn't about writing better cold copy or, buying expensive ad space. We're really looking at a structural, technological shift that turns every single message your organization sends into a strategic marketing asset.
Take a second and just visualize this for your own organization. Think about it. How many emails does your team send every single day? We're talking about messages to prospects, partners, vendors, existing customers, the whole shebang. For a small team, it's easily in the hundreds, but for a mid-sized or large enterprise, you're looking at thousands upon thousands of daily outbound communications, and every single one of those messages leaves your building and lands directly in someone else's inbox. And that brings us to this massive aha moment. In 2026, everyday email is arguably the absolute most underutilized lead channel in your entire business. Why? Well, because most companies still treat the email signature as a total afterthought. We kind of just view it as a digital contact card, right? A place to stick a name and a phone number. But when we flip that perspective, we realize that this real estate at the bottom of every message is actually a completely free, highly visible marketing asset just waiting to be deployed.
To put a finer point on it, just think about the math here. Hundreds of daily emails equate to thousands of brand impressions per month. Thousands. And right now, if you aren't optimizing this space, those are thousands of completely free brand impressions that are just going to waste. I mean, if someone offered you thousands of free billboard views every single month, you wouldn't just leave the billboard blank, would you?
So let's get right into Section 1, the hidden marketing channel. Now, what's really interesting here is how the dynamic changes when we start treating that space at the bottom of our emails as a deliberate marketing channel. It's not just about what you say in the body of the email anymore. It's about the silent professional signals you're sending alongside it. The modern prospect in 2026, they expect certain things. They expect a clean, modern design. They expect totally consistent branding. They want clickable CTAs, and it absolutely must be mobile friendly. A strong company signature signals absolute professionalism before they even read the first line of your email. It builds instant trust. A poorly managed one, on the other hand, well, it does the exact opposite. Which brings us to Section 2, the manual signature problem. This is where we look at the dark ages of corporate communication. If you want to understand why most companies fail at this, just look at how they manage it. Most organizations are still relying on individual employees to set up their own email signatures in Outlook or Gmail. And honestly, this creates absolute chaos. You end up with outdated job titles, this wild mix of inconsistent fonts, stretched out logos, and crucially, missing legal disclaimers. Relying on your employees to manually update their settings across dozens or hundreds of users is just incredibly inefficient and error-prone. There's basically zero centralized control for your marketing or IT departments. All right, moving on to Section 3. What is signature automation? So how do we fix this chaos? The answer is signature automation. This is the bridge between that messy manual process and the streamlined lead generation engine we want for 2026. By definition, email signature automation allows businesses to centrally manage and deploy signatures across all users without relying on employees to update anything themselves. Think about that for a second. You are removing the employee from the administrative loop entirely. One person in marketing can update a banner and boom, it instantly cascades across the entire organization's outbound email. And this really illustrates the night and day difference. On the manual side, you've got a system that is just inherently error-prone, fragmented, and full of outdated info. But on the automated side, you have total centralized control, a rock-solid, consistent brand framework, and best of all, it's completely effortless for the actual person sending the email. They just type their message and hit send. The automation handles the rest of the heavy lifting. But you might be wondering, what about the device dilemma? Because we definitely don't just send emails from our desks anymore. Well, modern solutions, like a Microsoft 365 Outlook signature automation tool from a company like Bauer Automate, standardize your signature across all devices. It really doesn't matter if your sales rep is using their desktop app, the web interface, or their phone's mail app while waiting for a flight. The automation applies the perfectly formatted signature at the server level. Actually, there's this quote from the source material that I absolutely love, because it really hits the nail on the head regarding how bulletproof this is. It says, "It works, quote, yes, even when using the random computer in your vacation hotel's office boardroom," unquote. I mean, no matter where that email originates, the automation intercepts it, dresses it up in your perfect corporate branding, and sends it on its way. Let's move to section 4, building a lead engine. Okay, now that we've cured the administrative headache, let's get to the really fun part, the loot. How do we turn this newly organized blank space into an actual lead engine? Well, modern companies are doing this through 4 key steps. 1, they promote key offers. 2, they use that polished look to reinforce brand trust. 3, they maintain consistency. And 4, they capture passive leads. It's literally a systematic way to monetize blank space. Let's zoom in on that first step, promoting key offers. Because you can change these signatures globally in an instant, you can attach these beautiful, clickable banners to every outgoing email. You can link to free consultations, seasonal promos, product demos, upcoming webinars, whatever you want. Suddenly, a mundane reply to a vendor becomes an active touchpoint that drives traffic right to your landing pages. And that brings us to section 5, customization without the chaos. Now, a natural concern here is, if we're controlling everything centrally, how do we keep it personalized without inviting the chaos back in? The secret is centralized customization. The central portal dictates the framework, so the branding, thons, campaigns, but it dynamically pulls in personalized fields from your directory, like the employee's name, title, and direct line. You can even apply different designs for specific teams, like maybe sales gets a book a demo banner while support gets a read our new guide banner. You maintain that one core brand framework, but you scale the personalization seamlessly. So, the absolutely crucial point here is this. Moving away from manual updates isn't just about saving your IT department a headache, though, trust me, they will thank you. A centralized, automated signature, especially for teams already on Microsoft Entra and Microsoft 365 Exchange, is a massively high ROI upgrade. You are taking thousands of everyday communications and instantly upgrading them into consistent, lead-generating assets with almost zero ongoing friction. It's a real game changer. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought, right from our source material. Right now, today, your emails are already being sent. The volume's already there. The real question is, are they working for you? Are they just moving text from point A to point B, or are they actively building your brand and capturing leads? It's such a fascinating shift in perspective, and one that's surprisingly easy to execute once you automate. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, I highly encourage you to go look at your own sent folder today and just imagine the possibilities.